Hi folks, Merlin here, bringing you another Hornby TT video. So recently I've been purchasing a few little bits over on Hornby. I've picked up now enough track to make a double loop layout, so an inner loop and an outer loop, so I can run both my locomotives at the same time. So we're here to look at that today, as well as a little bonus. So we'll go into that in just a sec. I've also picked up a new retooling of the 08 shunter, which has actually replaced the one I previously bought because I can no longer find that one on the Hornby website. So yeah, it's a green BR1 and it's an era 4 or 5 now, so it's actually got a more earlier detailing, which has the separate fitting ladders around the front end of the locomotive. So yeah, it's definitely more fitting for the type of setting I'm going to be doing my planned layout. Speaking of planned layout, it's still in the planning stages. As I've mentioned in my Mumbles video, I've gone back to looking through some old model railway track layout books, and yeah, I found a couple that I could use. I'm thinking perhaps doing a back scene, having a single track around the front and having 2 to 3 tracks around the back, where I can have like a little bit of a fiddle yard and have different locomotives come around at different times, and yeah, have a little sort of country layout sort of setting with a shunting yard as well in there. So yeah, I'm still working on things. Speaking on working on things, I'm still working on improving the Patreon. So yeah, if you want to help support the channel, Patreon's the best way to do so. If you sign up today, you of course get exclusive access to my early videos. You get a exclusive video each month as well. And you will also get, of course, more benefits, which I'm still working on, including hopefully a Discord server, as well as merchandise, which will be coming very soon, thanks to the new logo I've got. So yeah, big shout out to all my supporters, whether you're Patreon or YouTube. Your continued support means a lot to me and helps this channel grow. Right then, let's jump over to the table. We'll take a look at the track and that little bonus extra item I've picked up as well. So here is what we're here to look at. Yeah, not a lot, I must admit. But what we do have is we have 6 sections here of TT8004, which is the second radius curve. So that's enough for a half full curve. But I have the other half in this item here. So yeah, like I said, enough now for me to get a double loop. I also picked up a trio of TT8002, the double straight track, as I'm going to need to extend the layout a little bit in length. But the big purchase was this. This is the track expansion pack 3. So it includes 2 points, enough half radius curves, or second radius curves for a half circle there. And we also get a bit of an outer extension piece there as well. So let's take a look inside. So it's nicely packaged in a plastic tray, which is very handy for storage. All of the loose track was actually well padded with big chunks of foam, which did mean I got a package that was about 5 times bigger than it needed to be for what I actually got. They could have just, you know, well wrapped the track around the box, perhaps even put those in boxes itself. But yeah, so we got the other 6 of the 004 there. 04? Yes, 804. We got 2 of the is TT8009, which is the right-hand curve, I believe. Yes. The two of the right-handed points. So they are the same length as the double straight here, or standard straight. So yeah, that's going to help create the double looping there. And with the other point I'm going to have an extra little siding. And then we got this one here, which is the TT8006, a R4, so it must be a 4th radius curve, which is part to do with the outside loop that goes around towards the engine shed. So yeah, I must admit, not the most exciting of videos, but that's not all I'm here to show you. So I'll just tidy this away and I'll bring in a special guest. So our special guest is this. It's the 2024 TT120 catalogue, issued with the May issue of Hornby magazine, which I don't pick up as often as I used to. I used to pick it up quite regularly, especially back when they had free kits in them. I really enjoyed that. But it's been more a sort of review slash pictorial magazine now. It doesn't tailor too much towards the actual hobby side of the hobby. But yeah, this was worth the purchase, I think. It's a physical copy of the TT120 catalogue, which I believe we can only get by downloading now, as the TT Club is moving towards full digital. You won't be getting anything physical, with possibly the exception of the club locomotive, if they go forward with it. So yeah, we'll take a look through this and see what is in the range for the coming year. So first off, we have an introduction to TT. We see the example track mat there built up, which does look pretty nice, but it's a little bit too much for what I'm wanting. And yeah, how TT scale fits into the wider range of locomotives. So it's about half the size of 00 and a little bit bigger than N gauge there. So getting started with TT, there are of course train sets. So we've had two, the Scotsman and the Easterner, and for 2024 we are given a third, which is the Intercity 125. So yeah, a little more of a modern train set now for people that are into the modern era. So we've got the classic blue and grey rolling stock, plus we also have the yellow, blue and grey locomotive there. We also get, of course, the standard third radius oval track plus extension pack A, which gives us a siding. But yeah, it gives us everything we need to run a TT120 layout. So in either electric or steam era, depending on your favourite preference. So speaking of steam, we've got a few new steam locomotives, and the only really one they have shown off so far is the BRJ 50060 tanker. So yeah, this is sort of a precursor to the Ginty. It has a rather extended tank there. So yeah, a nice little steam locomotive. It's nice to see something that's smaller than a 462, which is pretty much all we've had so far. Not shown off, but coming soon is another 060, which we'll get to in a later part of the magazine. But yeah, it's nice to see them going into something a little smaller. And then the rest of the steam pages are opened up to what is currently in circulation. Moving on to diesel and electric locomotives. So here we have the newer Class 08 shunter that I mentioned that I've picked up. As you can see, it's got the ladder there on the front instead of the built-in steps that most of the other ones actually included. So yeah, this is a bit more accurate. Era 5, so perfect for the era I'm planning to model in. Yeah. So yeah, that's the only new one so far for this year. And then we've got the 2 previous ones. The one that I've got, which was the light blue one, is replaced with this guy pretty much. Then we got other larger locos, so our Cocos and our Bobos. If these are mostly all Cocos, I think that's all we got at the moment is Cocos, no Bobos, sadly. Then we got our electric power cars. So yeah, we got the classic yellow, white, blue, red and black there for the good old Intercity. Then we got the blue, white and yellow for the Intercity 125 and the GWR. Next up then we're looking at coaches and wagons. So we got a classic Pullman and an LMS composite coaches there as well. Corridor coaches. A full brake coach. A couple of composite coaches there as well. We've also got BR, maroon and cream. And then we got all our Intercity coaches as well, and the GWR Mark IIIs there. Rolling stock, then we got a nice wide selection still available. Our newest ones are some extra small tankers. So we've got a BP one, and well as a Benzol. So yeah, I'm possibly thinking of getting one of these and painting it into a milk tanker, unless they release a milk tanker anytime soon. And our other new ones are these Lomax with container wagons. So yeah, 3 of those with different top loads. And again, we got all our previous released stuff that is still widely available. But there used to be 3 different versions of the tanker, though I think we only have that one shown off now at the moment. We still have our 3 7-plank wagons and only the 1 20-ton mineral wagon shown off. And the lighter grey vans are gone. We just have the dark grey and then the BR browns. Yeah, we've had a few things just disappear, but they are just duplicates of things that already exist in the range. So this is the fun part. This is the future releases. So the TT120 range will continue to expand with new exciting models steadily being introduced over subsequent months. So Hornby TT120 faces a positive future with more and more locomotives and rolling stock added to the range. There are several new models currently in development, most notably the 37 class in miniature form, which can be seen in a render below. So we have another Coco diesel. For updates on future developments, please visit the TT development blog called Train Terminal on the official website, or you can look out for key models on the YouTube channel. So what we have here then is a list of everything that is planning to be coming out in the near future, so roughly the next year or so. So what I want to look at is the steam locomotives first off. So we are getting the 9F, which is our biggest locomotive so far, with the 210-0 wheels. I have a 9F in 00 gauge. I think it was the Black 5s, which was a 9F. Might be mistaken. But yeah, that was an exclusive through Hornby Club back in the day. I actually have one. It's limited edition. So still in its box, never been took out. More excited to myself though is the GWR and BR Castle class locomotives. So I'm definitely going to be picking up a GWR Castle class, and there's going to be some GWR coaches coming out as well. We also have not pictured. We have the NMS BR Black 5s. So yeah, those are the Black 5s. Sorry. So yeah, the class 9F. I really need to get up to date on my locomotive classes. There's also the Britannia class, the J94, which I believe is the Ginty. And then my personal favourite that's coming out very soon is the GWR BR class 5700 pannier tank. and much more, as is mentioned. So yeah, my top future purchases are definitely going to be the Castle class locomotive for a mid-sized sort of express locomotive, and of course that beautiful pannier tank when it comes out. Can't wait to see renders of that. So diesel locomotives are Class 31's AIA locomotives coming out. So we got 2 in BR for Era 6 and 7, and 1 in EWS Era 9. We also get Class 37s, as we've seen on the previous page, coming out soon. Plus there's also Class 47, 60, 67, and 73, Hitachi Class 800, and much more. Coaches, we are getting some more LNER and BR Gresley coaches, including composites and brakes. We're getting GWR and BR Collett coaches, so I'm definitely going to be picking up some of them to go behind my Castle class loco. And we're also getting some BR Mark 1s, including a parcel and second class coach. New track pieces coming out. We're getting a Y point for those who like tracks to be able to run parallel from a single track. That's going to be quite interesting. Second radius quarter curves, third radius quarter curves, fourth radius quarter curve, and long straight. And then our wagons, so we're going to be getting 3 more con flats with containers, a Mark 1 horse box, which I'll be picking up. So that will be very fitting for my countryside layouts. KFA container wagon, KFA tank retainer wagon, which we've seen on the previous page. The YGB Seacow in EWS, BR, and BR Civil Engineers, as well as mainline. A BR VGA van, a EWS VGA van, a Rail Freight VGA van, and a BR Rail Freight Distribution VGA van. So the next pages are things that are currently accessible. So we have the HMDC C7000, which I'm going to have to start looking up some information on how to get around to using this, as I do plan to make my layout future-proof by giving it the chance of being DCC ready. Yeah, I'm still much of an analog sort of person, but I'm pretty open to learning more digital control. So next up then is a future range of TXS Triplex sound locomotives. So using Bluetooth as the basis for the app, it negates the need for expensive command-based units in the HMDC app. Each sound profile includes a list of sound, motor, and lighting functions such as brake, squeal, shunting mode, auxiliary lighting, respectively. Each sound profile is tailored to a particular class of locomotive, whether it's steam, diesel, or electric. Listed below are the already available sound profiles and the upcoming sound profiles in 2024 that you can look forward to for trying out with your locomotives on the layout. So yeah, this is going to make things a little easier. So we'll have, of course, the HM7000 app, which I have on my phone but hardly gets used. So it's going to have pre-built locomotive sounds. So we've got stuff like the A1 and A3s, more specifically the Flying Scotsman. The generic A1 to A3, we got the A4s, the Duchess, the Intercity Class 43s there, and the Class 50s and 66s. Upcoming ones, we got Class 31, 37, 47, 60, 67, 73, and the Class 800 as well. Next page then is all about accessories. And as I said in my Mumbles video, the most exciting thing to me out of the reveal show they did back last Saturday was the level crossing and the signals. I wasn't that drawn to any of the locomotives and the rolling stock they revealed, but yeah, I like things that help bring the layout to life a bit more. The fact that we can actually extend these into multiple track level crossings is pretty cool. Definitely going to look forward to seeing how they actually interact and work together. That's going to be pretty cool, I think. Whether we'll get road that connects, it's hinted that it will be able to connect to road systems, but I don't know if they'll actually do a road system. I much prefer creating my own sort of designs. And yeah, other than that, the signals are brand new to the range as well, as is the isolating fish plates, which aren't pictured. And of course, we got the track extension system. So you start your base oval, add pack 1, which is a siding and some extra straights. Pack 2 adds a half inner curve. Pack 3 completes the inner curve and gives you a second outer siding. Pack 4 extends the outer siding into a double siding. And pack 5 gives you a smaller inner curve, and then you can complete the double siding on the outer curve there as well. So yeah, this gives you an idea of what it will look like with the buildings in the range at the moment. So we've got the engine shed, a goods shed, 2 different stations, signal box, and yeah, water tower as well. I just wish they packaged a physical version of this in tracks, in the layouts. I don't really have a printer that will be able to handle printing it out, so it would be nice to have a physical copy I could get. But like I said, I don't think I'm going to be building up this actual layout myself. Something nice, but I think overdone, is the track plans. So we get ideas of the different radii, curves, straights, etc. in the range, which is nice, gives us an idea of how to extend our personal layouts. What I don't like is the over complex of some of these layouts. So we got track mat extension pod 1, which gives us the outer siding where the goods shed would be is extended into a terminus station as well as like a branch sort of station. If you've got the space for that, yeah, I don't, so not the best. Extension pod 2 gives us loads of extra outside sidings, so we can have loads of different locomotives ready to run onto the track. I think probably the more one I would go for is the 4 foot 6 by 1 foot, apparently. Which is, yeah, it's just given us loads of extra sidings again, where we can do shunting and have different trains ready to bring out onto the loops. And then after that, we're just extending the loops, giving more space for larger trains to run. Again, more siding. So here we got sort of like a branch extension. And yeah, these are considered small layouts. They're still 6 foot by 3 foot. I don't see myself making any of these, if anything. Yeah, I'm kind of trying to limit myself to 3 foot by 4 foot. Yeah, we'll see how things go. So yeah, we've got the advert there for the free download of the track mat. So if you have a printer that can print it out, that's good for you. If not, you might have to find somebody else who can do it for you. Finally then, we've got our buildings and accessories. So we've got the buildings in the range at the moment. So nothing new was revealed for the range, sadly. It's still at the moment just the Subtle and Carlisle styled buildings. I think the newest things in the range are the terrace houses here and the pub, I believe. We have Oxford there, Oxford Diecast, doing a range of TT 120 scale vehicles. We have our scenic details and such finishing off. Then we have an advert for the Hornby TT Club. So join the free club today and gain instant access to exclusive member online benefits, from quarterly digital versions of the magazine with exclusive articles to members only competitions and more. So yeah, we're not getting as much as we got with the first iteration of the club. I mean, with the first iteration, we got a membership card, lanyard, and pin badge, a free copy of the catalogue, and posted quarterly magazines, which I really did enjoy. Sadly, that is going the way of Dodo, and we're moving to a more digital focused era. So yeah, digital versions of the magazine every quarter, exclusive articles, features and interviews, full access to the Train Terminal blog, which has an in-depth look at the development, and exclusive competitions. So gone is even the previously mentioned free club locomotive. That's a kick in the teeth really for me. And then yeah, so we got information on the back of what's actually inside. So new releases, how it's distributed, spare parts, electrical, patents and trademarks, etc. All the usual. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I'll just bring everything back in and give you a few final thoughts, etc. So there we have it. Yeah, not a lot really to talk about. It's just some extra track I've picked up recently. Can't remember off the top of my head the pricing. I will put it in the video somewhere for you. I worked out it was actually about £10 cheaper to buy the track pack than it was to buy everything I needed for a separate loop individually. So yeah, I bought the track pack and enough bits to complete the loop myself. The main thing I wanted to show off was catalogue. So if you haven't already picked up the May issue of Hornby magazine and you want to know a bit more about the future of TT, pick it up for yourself and have a good read. It's, I wouldn't say it's worth buying the actual magazine, but it does give you a insight of what TT is going to be in the rest of the year pretty much. There's some good things I'm looking forward to: the pannier tank, the castle class, and of course plenty other rolling stock, etc. They haven't gone into much detail about if they're going to be releasing any more buildings. Perhaps that'll be revealed later on separate channels. So yeah, it's a good idea to take a look at the YouTube channel, the official website, etc. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can say. The track is of course good quality as we expect from Hornby. I'm now off to mess about and see what sort of layouts I can make with it. And yeah, I'm going to have another good read through the magazine here and make myself a wish list, I think. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section what you're looking forward to the most in the new range. And until next time, stay safe, happy hobbying, and thank you very much. Goodbye.